So, welcome to another episode of the Business of AI podcast. And I'm delighted to be joined today by Aryan Chaudhary from Biotech Sphere Research. So, Aryan, welcome to the podcast. And I'm really interested to learn more about what you're doing. But first of all, can you tell us a little bit more about who you are and your company and Project Phoenix?
Thanks, Tim, for inviting me for the podcast. We are delighted to be member of UKAI. I am Aryan Chaudhary, currently the Director and the Chief Scientific Advisor at the Biotech Sphere Research. Biotech Sphere Research is deeply a personal, a practical company which focus on innovating the solution for the rural healthcare. This issue we find not unique in India but across the LEMIC countries. So we come up with a organization which is multi mission focused to bridge the gap using innovation, not the infrastructure alone. The Project Phoenix come from the need to create a digital, scalable, and community-powered healthcare ecosystem directly aligned with the Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being, by bridging the early detection, remote care, and health education to the last mile. Our focus is on the equity through technology, ensuring the geography and income do not determine access to care. In order to explain Project Phoenix, it comes with the integration of layers, access, insight, intervention, collaboration, and product reach through our Smart Healthcare platform, which is a game changer which collects the vital signs data through the blood pressure, sugar level, SpO₂, and send the data through our AI-powered platform for early warning and early detection. What's unique that it's portable, offline friendly, and designed for the frontline health workers with a minimum tech training.
Awesome. Well, that sounds incredible. I mean, there's so much that you could do with this. And I love the fact that you're able to really transform people's lives, particularly in the global south and in these rural environments, using AI. And you're empowering the health workers to be able to collect that data and then diagnose that data on the fly, as it were. So, could you tell us a little bit more about Project Phoenix and maybe give us a bit of a case study of how you've been using it?
So, Project Phoenix was implemented in India through the quarter one of this year. One of the most highly populous state in India, Uttar Pradesh, with a focus to implement into the 20 district with the frontline health workers and the village head into those particular area through the social commercial model, which comes with a social team of implementing these challenges into the rural area and the commercial team handling the commercial aspect for the implementation with the SCP and end-to-end care services. In terms of our initiative outcomes, we have scanned over 10,000 individuals through our early diagnosis and trained over 200 plus health workers, and we are reaching over the interventions of other 20 districts in the couple of the next phase. The Phoenix brings the insight into the access from end-to-end care support to those people who are residing into the last mile. So Phoenix is not just solving the problem for the tier 1 and tier 2, but bringing its innovative solution for the market need for the people who need it most. Is how the Phoenix is designed, not only for the India, but for the LEMIC countries as well.
Great. Well, thank you. That sounds like you're doing some really important work there to engage and to use that technology and get it into the hands of the people who maybe don't have the resources normally, and it's making them much more effective at them being able to treat more people in those communities.
Yes, Tim.
What sort of engagement are you having from local healthcare providers? I mean, I imagine in a number of the areas you're working in the countries you're working, it would be state-run healthcare or maybe even NGOs. So how are they engaging with this project?
So the engage model implementations is different and refer according to the region and country we implement, but in of the term aspects, I would like to start with what we implementing in India. We implement this into the two functionary model. One is a commercial team, one is a social team. So particular district, particular area has three kind of division portfolio. One is with the local health workers, which is ASHA Anganwadi networks in India. Second is the village head, who is particularly leading the entire village in terms of having all the authorities to approve. And second is the local NGOs that drive through the other kind of a programs to reach the end last mile. Then comes our commercial team that is connected with the SCP e-pharmacy integration. So once the area is being tapped, we provide the services through an integrated access model, which comes with the SCP integrations through our commercial team. So on border, it has two different pillars coming with the commercial and social team, and social team primarily divided into three parts. Overall, when we look to expand into this phase two of other district of the Uttar Pradesh, we are aligned with the driven mission of the government, Ministry of Healthcare, which is Ayushman Bharat Digital Health Mission that empowers each and every individual with having the focus to tap in into the accessing services through the digital health. Not only in India, our primary focus when we expand to the other limit countries is always being aligned with the government mission, government visionaries, and into the expansion how the Phoenix initiatives not only help the country current system of the healthcare but make it much more sustainable according to the future 2030 vision that we empower. So this is being aligned with Sustainable Development Goal, good health and well-being, and we are proud to be the part of the United Nations Global Compact initiative for this. So this is
Great,
how Phoenix is making the impact in India and the tier 3 and the tier 4 model.
excellent. Well, can you tell us a bit more about what you're doing in other countries now? You mentioned you were sort of moving out of India and you're working in sub-Saharan Africa and some other regions as well. How did you start to expand? What are some of the challenges? Is it the same system that you've been using in India that you're just using in those other markets? It'd be interesting to hear what that expansion looks like.
Short term. Like one of our biggest learning while implementing the Project Phoenix in India is that the technology is only the 50% of the solution. In healthcare ecosystem, the rest is the local trust, behavior change, and the capacity building. So we found that the community training health workers and partnering with the local clinics were far more effective than just developing the integrated tech model. So for the country like present in the African continent like Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, we are adapting to working with the local stakeholders, NGOs, Ministry of Healthcare, and existing health programs. We are coming with the integrated five-layer model of the Phoenix to be implemented in the three-phase model that will start with the end of the quarter 25 and will last up to the quarter 2 of 2027 to measurable the particular impact. We also tailor the tech using the SMS and the offline tools into those area where the connectivity is poor in translating into the interface into local languages. The model stays the same, but the execution respect the local context and the local implementation, along with how Phoenix can be much more sustainable to their healthcare current ecosystem and can bring the impact change by aligning the 2030 vision that we have. In terms of expanding these initiative into the country, I believe that partnership is the backbone of every initiative that we do. So in being of our ecosystem development, we partnered with the ECH alliances, GA4GH, United Nations Global Compact, UNVP, and of course, like recent membership with the UKI is just a strength to us in knowing how the AI can be much more susceptible to our policy network, sharing research and building credibility while entering into the new geographics. On the ground, we try to build the trust by co-creating with the communities by engaging with the current based organization there, not imposing the tech on them, but we employ to have the much more focus on empowerment, not on interventions through the local health workers, engage village leaders, and host awareness campaign. And that is all about the long-term acceptance into the particular region. So I believe it's not only the Phoenix works to implement, but it's the combination of everyone combining together to a sustainable vision that we look for.
Great. Well, there's lots going on. It sounds really interesting. And what are the sort of challenges that you need to overcome, and what does the future look like for you now? What's coming next?
So in terms of the future, there are a couple of the challenges and the constraint that we face into the healthcare segment, because like when deploying the AI in healthcare, we need to be much more concerned rather than implementing AI in other segments. One is of digital readiness. Not everyone is comfortable with the tech, so we design for the low literacy and the offline access. That is a key core, because by tapping into the rural population, we need to be very simple, very user friendly, And the infrastructure gaps, of course, like electricity, internet, and devices across may vary in the LIMIC countries, even in India till now. So we build a offline features and the mobile first tools in terms of that. Not only this, we comes with the initiative of mobile van initiatives in LIMIC country for the African continent, where we run a particular mobile healthcare van which runs from village to village, focusing on the particular intervention campaign target that we come through the uh, insight data that we collect. And number three is the trust. People are wary of the AI replacing the doctors. So, in order to confirm that we don't replace any doctor touch, human touch is still the key point of having the implementation of AI. So we focused on augmentation, not automations, and made the health workers a primary user. So these insights are shaping how we entering into the new geographical market and the new limit market and expanding the Project Phoenix initiative not only to India but to the country that needs the most.
Well, thank you for explaining some of the challenges and what the future holds. And it's been really interesting to chat to you to understand how you've been using AI within these rural environments to really start to transform healthcare. And I wish you all the success with that. And I'm looking forward to getting you back on the podcast in the future to hear how it's going, because I think this is one of the examples where AI isn't just a nice tool to have, and it's not just,
Yes.
just producing more productivity. It's actually changing people's lives, when you're really on the front line of helping people right across the world. So, yeah, very best of luck with the outcome. And thank you very much for joining us
Yeah, thank you.
on the podcast.
Yeah.